And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the
classic. Time.
What's going on, vinyl community? Listen to me again, just trying to sound professional. We all know that I'm not professional on this channel. We've established this before. Right, what's going on, guys? It's Alex. I'm back. A huge CD haul. Sorry that this video has been a bit delayed. I was waiting for something to come in the post because it was cheap on Amazon and I didn't have it. And it's maybe, I'd say it would make my top 10 favorite albums of the year, but I haven't even listened to 10 new albums this year yet. And what are we in? We're now in September, so we're closing in. We'll figure that out when we get there. But yeah, like I said, a big CD haul. I think about 21 CDs in 3 days I picked up. What was happening was a charity shop had a huge collection of CDs in. I don't know if it was from the same dude or if it was just loads of different guys. But what happened was somebody dropped off they had loads of CDs, more than usual, and they didn't want them hanging around. So what they did was they were selling them off free for the price of one. So I just grabbed loads, and that's what I'm playing right now. Jimi Hendrix Blues on CD. I've been meaning to get this on vinyl, but it's just majorly expensive at the moment. I don't know too many songs on this album. I know Catfish Blues, I know Manish Boy. Hear My Trainer Coming. I think that's it. But yeah, Jimi Hendrix Blues. That's what I have at the moment. So that's what's playing in the background. If you can hear it, it might just be very quiet because I want to avoid copyright. But yeah, loads of CDs. Let's try and get through these quickly because it's Alex Spins Vinyl, not Alex Spins CDs. I don't have a huge stack of vinyl to get through either. Literally, that's my vinyl stack over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, I've been spending it all on movies and CDs apparently. So let's just get into this video before I blabber on anymore. Show you the rest of the CDs. I'll try and breeze through these, giving as little explanation as possible, but some of these may have a little bit of explanation. The Jam All Mod Cons. These are no longer in any particular order. This was the last one I listened to. I really enjoyed this. I never listened to this album all the way through. I've never been a huge fan of the Jam outside of, going underground. But I picked this one up as it, free for the price of one. So thought I'd just grab that one, give it a listen, and really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Another one I might be adding to the collection of vinyl very soon because I see Jam stuff all the time. So I might grab that one. LCD Sound System. I believe it's just called LCD Sound System. It could be their debut, but it's a double CD set, which for a debut album is obviously going to be a huge risk. I apologise about the lighting. I have to use natural light for my videos because the lighting in my room is just terrible. But yeah, LCD Sound System. Yeah, the debut album includes the songs Movement and Daft Punk is playing at my house, so grabs that. Still on the fence with this album. Half of it I liked, half of it I didn't, but yeah, it is what it is. The R&B Yearbook, the biggest R&B hits of the year from 2005. Yep. So obviously Cisco's Funk Song and Salt and Pepper are on here. Akon is on here. Usher's on here, Outkast are on here, 50 Cent obviously, Paak obviously, Black Eyed Peas obviously is on here. This was a very good CD. Picked this up, happy to have that. The Flaming Lips, Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots, the album that introduced me to them. It's the only album I've checked out from them so far, so please forgive me. But I really enjoyed this album. I do. I really enjoyed this one. So yeah, can't wait to check out more of their stuff. But yeah, Yoshimi, Battles to Think Robots. Chemical Brothers, Exit Planet Dust. I do believe it's their debut. With the song Leave Home on it, which is one of my favourite Chemical Brothers songs. So of course I had to pick that one up. You can't even see the track list in there. There it is. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Do like Chemical Brothers. I'm hoping to go and see them in November, but I'm not getting my hopes up because tickets are really expensive, and for a DJ set I don't want to pay as much as they're charging for tickets, so I'm hoping prices either come down or someone can get some freebies. Anyway, Beyonce, Dangerously in Love. Don't judge me. I was hugely into this music when this album came out, so this album is literally just a bit of nostalgia for me. As the song Crazy in Love on here, which was her big song. Yeah, love that one. Coldplay Parachutes, not a huge Coldplay fan, picked it up literally just because I wanted to check it out. I haven't listened to any of these songs, and for some reason I've been really in the edge to listen to Coldplay. I don't know why, but picked this album up. I haven't listened to it yet, but I will check it out eventually. Maxwell Embryo, I think that's how you pronounce it. His weakest album, but Maxwell doesn't exactly have a bad album, so that's a nice one to pick up. Do like Maxwell quite a bit. He's got an amazing voice, great soul vocalist. Mark Morrison, Return of the Mac. Title track still being played in clubs today. I still play it when I'm DJing, so it's nice to have that, even though the album version is just the extended mix on here. But yeah, no, incredible stuff. Do like a bit of Mark Morrison, so I had to grab that one. Lionel Richie, Renaissance. I did not know this album, literally picked it up just because it's my boy Lionel, and I saw him live a couple months ago actually. But yeah, no, didn't know any of the songs on here, weirdly enough. So if anyone does know this album, let me know, but I picked that up just because it was Lionel Richie. Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. I can never find this on vinyl. I never find any Bon Jovi on vinyl, so I figured I'll pick this up as the next best thing. But it's got three of my favourite songs from them on it, which are of course You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, and Wanted Dead or Alive, which, say what you will about that being cliche, but you know, three of my favourite songs. But my favourite Bon Jovi song is probably Runaway, which is not on this album, it's on their first album. But I might have greatest hits of that somewhere. Doesn't matter. Bon Jovi. We just done Bon Jovi. This is Joni Mitchell. Blue. I've never listened to this album in full, so figured I'll pick it up, give it a listen, and finally find out what I think of this, because this album heavily influenced one of my favourite modern groups, Greta Van Fleet. So I'll check that out for sure. Van Morrison, back on top. Know nothing about this one. Picked it up again just for the name, Van Morrison. If anyone knows this album or anything about it, let me know. This next one I'm going to show you is actually a gift from my dad. Picked this one up for him. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Greatest Hits. Yeah, he's a big fan of Red Hot Chili Peppers, so I figured I'll get him a Greatest Hits because I know he hasn't got this. Has all their big songs, obviously, Under the Bridge, Californication. By the way, their cover of Higher Ground, which I'm not a big fan of. Their cover of Higher Ground, that might be an unpopular opinion, but I've never liked their cover of Higher Ground. Sorry about that, guys. Howlin' Wolf. This is a Howlin' Wolf compilation, basically with all his best songs on it. Moaning at Moonlight, Spoonful, Shake For Me, Backdoor Man. Yeah, greatest hits of Howlin' Wolf, basically. So, picked that one up because I don't have enough blues on vinyl or CD, so nice to grab that. You see now how diverse this collection is. I mean, we've got blues, we got grunge in here, there's soul, there's folk, there's drum and bass coming up. It's a crazy collection. But yeah, Bruce Springsteen greatest hits. Never been a big Bruce fan, but I do like his hits. So nice little thing for me there. Editors, The Back Room. I did not have this album. I had their second album on CD, but I didn't have this one. This is their first album, which I don't know if I prefer this one or their second one. But I know I like the Editors quite a bit, so happily picked that one up. Supernatural by Santana. I might have this already. I wasn't 100% sure if I did or not. I grabbed it literally just because it has just been reissued. But yeah, can't go wrong. And of course, everyone knows the song Smooth, which is there. Greatest hits of Duran Duran. Grabbed that, big Duran Duran fan, so of course their hits. This is going to be a fun time listening to that one, singing along and all that. And the last one I'm going to show you is Pendulum in Silico. Say what you will about Pendulum. I like Pendulum. I don't care what anybody says. The song, the big song on here is Propane Nightmares, which, yeah, I mean, I know they're commercially successful. I do have another one of their albums somewhere, but I'm not going to try and look for it now. But yeah, just so you guys know, that's the last of the CDs. Now we'll move on to vinyl. And I'm going to start with the VCLT that I got from my buddy Jeff Kempin, because he was nice enough to send me some stuff in the post. The Power Station, Get It On, 12-inch single. I really enjoyed this one. This was really good. I obviously know the Power Station. Anything Duran Duran related, I'm all for it. And two of the members, if you don't know the Power Station, it's two members of Duran Duran, I believe. Yeah, John and Andy Taylor. They went off to form the Power Station with Robert Palmer and Tony Thompson, who was the original drummer for Chic. And Roger Taylor went off and formed Arcadia, a group called Arcadia, who is another group very similar to this and very much sounds like Duran Duran. But yeah, this was a great 12-inch. I love the American pressings of these because they're actually better pressed. Because the difference between, it's a very obscure fact here, the British 12-inch singles spin at 45 RPM. The American ones spin at 33, and from what I've discovered, the American ones are slightly better pressing because of it. They are superior pressing. Jeff, I hope you don't mind. I swapped the inner sleeves of the two around. So I put the paper inner sleeve on the Power Station, and I put the MoFi sleeve on the other thing you sent me. But yeah, these you would have, this and the other thing you would have already seen, because I did unbox that VCLT when it arrived. The other one Jeff sent was Abbey Road by the Beatles. Now, I know the 50th anniversary is coming up, and they're reissuing this album for the 50th, and I put it out on the Facebook page whether I should buy the reissue because I didn't have it, and then Jeff got in touch and said, hey, I'm buying the 50th, do you want a copy of this album? And I'm like, hell yeah, I'll take a copy of that. It's on the Purple Capital label. I put in a MoFi sleeve because it's between this and Rubber Soul as to which one's my favourite. But the reason I put this one in the MoFi sleeve is because this is actually a far superior copy of of those two albums that I like from the Beatles. This is a superior copy because my copy of Rubber Soul is absolutely trashed. I literally just have it for the collection. But yeah, Purple Capital label. Yeah, gotta love it. Songs come together. Something. Maxwell Silver Hammer. Obviously, Here Comes the Sun. Yeah, just a very, very good listen. Loved listening to this album. I'm becoming a bigger Beatles fan the more I listen to them, but I'm still not a huge like Beatles fan compared to everybody else. But no, I really enjoyed this album, and I'm so happy I now have maybe my second favourite Beatles album in my collection. So thanks for that again, Jeff. Next thing I'm going to share is another 12-inch single. This is a reissue 12-inch, but the original of this, I'll show you and then I'll explain. It's Here's to You by Sky, backed with You Got Me Up. Now the thing with this 12-inch, the reason I picked this up, it's 180 gram, so it's heavier vinyl, but this originally was only released in the US as a promo, or as a promo copy, and that promo copy can fetch for about £50 upwards. I've seen it go for in mint condition. So grabbing this reissue for, what was it, £13, something like that, I'll happily grab this. I mean, it's heavyweight vinyl, but anything by Sky is good because they were originally on South Soul, and that's one of my favourite labels. I mean, I think there was a bootleg of this 12-inch around, but obviously because of it being a bootleg, you can't buy it online anywhere. So this is the next best thing for me, especially as I don't have £50. I wouldn't pay £50 for this 12-inch. I love the song, but not £50 worth. So a reissue of this, brilliant. Yeah, nice to finally have an official reissue of that 12-inch, because like I said, only came out in promo. And going back to what I said, the British ones, I don't know how well it's going to show on camera, if it will at all. 45 RPM instead of compared to 33 on the Power Station 12-inch. So yeah, there's that bit of useless information there, but there you go. Next things, couple of 7-inch singles, excuse me. David Michael, Nas Nomad, channel I talk about a lot, maybe one of my favourite channels here in the VC. He has this thing he's created called a legacy box. He takes a load of songs and that mean a lot to him, put them in a box, and when he dies, those are the songs that define him, who he is. Now, if I'm not building mine yet. I'm waiting to a bit more life experience first, because there's many more songs that might come out between now and then. There's already a few that I put in there, but not many, and these are two of them. Rhiannon, Fleetwood Mac. One of my closest friends is named after this song, and literally we get along so well. She is literally almost like my best friend, so that's why I've got that song. It's backed with Sugar Daddy, which we both laughed at because of what Sugar Daddy really is, but no, she is named after this song, so picked it up, showed it to her, and that's when she said, "Oh yeah, I'm named after that song," and I was like, "Yeah." And I mean, I had a feeling she was, but because her parents were both really into music, but yeah, we're practically like brother and sister. That's how close we are as friends. So picked that one up, showed her that, she loved it. And the other one I picked up, which I shared on Facebook, Beastie Boys, Fight for Your Right. Now this is a reissue 7-inch. I keep saying 12-inch because what it is, I think, because I haven't picked up any 7s in a while. But this Fight for Your Right, this is a reissue, but it has the picture sleeve, backed with Time to Get Ill. Obviously on Def Jam, but this is the first Beastie Boys song I ever heard, and the song that made me a fan of theirs. So of course I'm going to pick that up on Def Jam, mint condition as well. Not an expensive 7-inch, but you never see Beastie Boys on 7. You never really see them on 12 inches here either. You really see their first 2 albums, and that's it. But yeah, Beastie Boys, Fight for Your Right. Happy to grab that on 7. Last 2 things I'm going to show you. I'll show you this one first, because this is what I was waiting on in the post before I was doing this video. One of my favourite albums of the year so far, Billie Eilish. When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Her debut album from, 2019. Gatefold edition, with all the lyrics inside there. Now, believe it or not, Billie Eilish is only 17, but she is incredibly talented when it comes to the music she produces. Pretty boring inner sleeve, just black on both sides. But if I'm correct, yes, the vinyl is nice. Looks yellow on camera, but it is like an orangey. Oh, I guess it is kind of a yellowy, orangey type of color. There's different variants of this one, but this one I do like. Yeah, not complaining. I haven't listened to the album in its entirety, I will say that. I have heard a few of the singles and I really enjoy it, so there is a chance this could not be as high on my list as I'm expecting it to be, but it's still a nice little album, especially for someone who, of her age and being that talented, she's great, and this is just and the singles I've heard, Bad Guy, which again, people go nuts for that song when I'm DJing, When the Party's Over, and Bury a Friend are all great songs, so I decided to grab that. It was £14 on Amazon. How can I pass that up? Especially for that price. Last thing I'm going to show you, another favourite album of mine from this year, and an artist I actually saw earlier this year as well, at Anderson Paak with his new album, Ventura. Yeah, I finally got a copy. The standard black vinyl edition of this album has been out for ages. What I was waiting for was a special edition of this album here in the UK. The American version of this album was released on yellow vinyl, right? As a limited thing. We got a milky clear vinyl. But there's only 750 of these released. So that's the one I was waiting for, and they kept pushing the release date further and further back, and finally we got a copy. So there it is. I finally have it. This is going to be in my top 5 of the year, hands down. I just love the album that much. Come Home by Andre 3000, Make It Better, featuring Smokey Robinson. Yeah, just incredible stuff. So can't complain there. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for tuning into this channel. If you're new here, please subscribe and make sure you click that subscribe button, or yeah, make sure you turn the notifications on, I should say, if you do subscribe, because then you never miss an upload. Anyways, that's going to do it. And before I ramble on, I'm going to sign out. Thanks again. Peace.